Fuck, dog, that my big cousin, my role model. Without dude, tell the truth, I be stuck in the bottle trying to get her, take some.
I come up, my grandma raised me and my two little brothers. Feel what I'm saying? Since I was 14, bro, I've been paying bills. I've been taking care of my little brother. I've been getting money. I've been doing everything I'm doing now. Man, this music, this just, only thing new is I'm rapping.
Okay.
Everything right now, just like that's why I ain't got no deal. You see all this ice on me, man?
Yeah, I
this,
see.
Man, come on, man.
But see that.
While all these rappers and the fake watch busters, whatever it called, man, Young Dolph ain't in it. You feel me? I jumped in the game, buying coops, buying ice, buying all that right now, still going on. I'm just tell y'all the truth, man. I can't respect nothing like, it's like, the music cool, the money cool, all that. But if I don't respect you, if it's something about you I just don't respect, bro, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good. It's just like he got on here and he said something about, I guess it was something about a feature. Like, oh, he didn't do a feature or something for me, right?
He said he asked you asked him for a feature.
Listen, man, on my little boy and my little girl, man, he come to me talking about let him get on the song. You know what I mean? Why you want me to get on this song? So, I'll send it to me. Send me the song with the open verse. You know what I mean? Now if it was the other way around where I'm trying to do, you gotta think this back in the day where I don't really even know the game to know nothing. All I was doing was just pulling up on everybody with a bag.
We better have Jimmy Pierre coming out the courtroom, y'all. And know what it's time for the Bible. Check it out. There you go right there. Yeah, he say he trying to catch up with the judge and shit. I better not be in my mouth. But nigga ain't where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't live flipping like that. Only time I get out of here, sure, baby.
I didn't even make the I met Dolph through Drummer Boy. He said he wanted to do a feature with me. Like, I got a guy, he said, this is my buddy, I'm doing a tape with him. Don't charge him the price you would charge him. You know what I'm saying? He doing this out of his pocket, showing some love, he up and coming. And we met that day, we did a feature, and I ain't think nothing else of it. One of my homeboys, he was like, man, Dolph hard. But I didn't even make the connection with this, the dude who I did the feature with maybe a year ago. So I listened to his tape, and I was like, damn, he is hard. Then I called Drummer Boy and said, hey man, connect me with that dude who I did that feature with. I just heard his tape. And I called him, I told him, I said, hey man, you know, I'm just building a studio. Anytime you want to come up here, man, you know, let's just make some music. I'll never charge you again. And once I met him and we started being cool and being friends, I told him, hey man, you know, my door's always open to you. I like stuff that's real. I like stuff that I feel like the artist match the music. And with him, it's like, what you see is what you get. When you meet him in person, what you see is what you get. It ain't hard to decipher that, hey man, what he telling you is true.
Hey, Glock, quit playing, man. That motherfucking son of a gun hard, but that other mixtape you finna drop.
Everybody really can do it, but it's about who really wanna do it, who really want it. Everybody gonna run their mouth about, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Next time you see them what they doing, you still talking. Then you got some other people like, man, they just sit and they just watch everybody doing everything. Like, man, he doing this, he got that. They can tell you everything what's going on about everything. Feel what I'm saying? It really ain't numbers, staying focused, bro. That's all it is, bro.
Man, I taught myself how to cut hair when I wasn't 12, I was 13. Like 13 years old, I taught myself how to cut hair. So I was coming out of the 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? So when I was like 14 years old, like I'm full-fledged chopping. Bro, in the hood, you gotta do something. You know what I mean? Like, me, I couldn't just be a little kid. I couldn't be a little kid.
You know what I mean? Like, for real, bro, like 2021, bro, like, everybody like need to be changed. You know what I mean? Like 12 months, bro, everybody like need to be changed. Every fucking body. Feel what I'm saying? Too much shit going on, bro. We dropped the movie, got the music, and we say shit again. But we finna drop. Just check this shit out, bro. I got some shit for y'all.
All right, y'all, let's go. Before we get into this, let's break down what exactly is a profit agreement before we continue so that everybody can be on the same page as to what's going on with Hernandez Govan before November 22nd. What is a profit agreement? Sometimes the best thing a defendant can do is to cooperate with the government. First, the evidence against a defendant is so overwhelming that it simply cannot be rebutted. An example of this would be a client steals stolen government property a client sells stolen government property to undercover federal agents, and the entire transaction is filmed and recorded, and the defendant, when confronted, admits their crimes. That's an example. Let's say that again. A client sells stolen shit to undercover federal agents, and everything is filmed and recorded, and the defendant, when they ask him, was that you, admits to everything and say, yes, that was me, in layman's terms. Let's continue. Second, cooperation may be sensible when a defendant's trial risks are significant, and by cooperating, they could receive significant credit for their cooperation. They could receive significant credit for cooperating. This credit could mean that the person cooperating may not be charged with a crime, or that the person could be charged with a lesser offense, and or the cooperation could eliminate or minimize a custody prison sentence, probation, reduced sentence, time served is what Govan is popping his shit for. Let's read that one more time. Let's read it one more time. Second, cooperation. Now, a proper agreement means you have to tell, from what we're reading right now, on somebody and your role that you played. How can you tell on a dead man or dead men like Teasy and Jook? And how convenient is it that Jook and Teasy died when you was out on bond, and now you got you a profit agreement? Let's read that again. And told, cooperation may be sensible when a defendant's trial risks are significant, and meaning that if you took your ass to trial without telling us anything, your ass done like straight drop them off at the penitentiary door. And by cooperating, they could receive significant credit for their cooperation. This credit could mean that the person cooperating may not be charged with a crime. That's one way a proper agreement can benefit you. You may not be charged with anything at all. Or that the person could be charged with a lesser offense. The second thing, they can break it down, minimize your role. Or the cooperation could eliminate or minimize a custody prison sentence. That means that you get probation or something. And that explains that. Wow. Shit getting deep, ain't it? Okay. A big ass play. All for the flipper, man. Big head, your ass gotta be up next. In any case, a proper interview is the most common way to cooperate. What defendants should know about a proffer agreement. Purpose. A proffer is a meeting between a criminal defendant or suspect and the government that usually takes place at the local U.S. Attorney's Office rather than in court. Hold up. Yo, U.S. Attorneys, ain't that the feds? Now, I'm just reading this with y'all, but I could have saw the U.S. Attorney's Office is locked in with the feds, not like the DA. Anyway, at the proffer, a defendant is represented by counsel, and the government, you're talking about the government, is represented by the federal prosecutor, along with the investigating agents. So this is the feds. The meeting is typically covered by a limited immunity agreement. Limited immunity agreement. That means I can't be prosecuted for a damn thing I said or say. Well, the purpose is for the defendant to share with the government all verbal, written, or electronic information, such as emails, statements, documents, videos, or records that may be of use to the government. Notably, proper opportunities do not apply to violent crimes or to individuals with a history of violent crime. Well, if proper agreements don't involve that, do not apply to violent crimes, then why is the Govan got one? And why is I'm hearing government? And when you say emails, text messages, statements, documents, videos, yeah, we ain't forgot to have them cameras across the street, but we'll get into that. The defendant is expected to share with the government everything they know about the crime in question and the people involved during a proffer. The defendant is legally required to tell the truth and not withhold any relevant information. A proffer is unique in that the defendant essentially incriminates themselves by openly talking about both their role and their knowledge of the crime committed. They must not minimize his involvement nor exaggerate their role or the role of others. By no means should a proffer be misunderstood as an opportunity to blame others and to present oneself as an innocent bystander. This is an approach that is reserved for a trial. Untrue statements. If it is later learned that information provided during the proffer is inconsistent with information, aka if you lie. If they find out that your ass lying, the proper statements may be used against your ass who made the statement during the trial. The government will use this proper information, including the proper statements, to rebut or refute the information being offered by witness. Something that stood out. The proper statements may be used against the person who made the statement during the trial. We're going to keep that in mind right there. Because reading this information, I think I know what's going on, but we're going to talk about that. The government will use this proper information, including the proper statements. In such a case, the government will introduce the proper information as evidence against the defendant at trial. Against the defendant. The government may also use the information they found out if they find out you have been lying at any time at your sentencing hearing if you have broken the agreement. Yeah, so that's it. Now, the benefits for having a proper agreement to the defendant is a proper agreement, also known as the proffer letter or queen for a day. That's what the proper agreement, also known as the proffer letter or queen for a day. It's a written contract between a person who is under a criminal investigation and a federal prosecutor. They keep saying federal prosecutor. They gotta be leading back to Gotti right there, y'all. Just reading this with all this federal U.S. attorneys and shit, and we know we in a state court with DA. Something going on. It is not a promise of absolute immunity or a plea agreement, but an agreement between the defendant and the government for a certain level of use immunity. A proper agreement is often a door to making someone a cooperating defendant who may be eligible for a favorable, less severe sentencing recommendation. The government would agree to provide the defendant with several important benefits in exchange for receiving valuable and true information. In order for the defendant to enter the proper agreement, the government will agree to provide the defendant with several important benefits in exchange for telling, like bond, seal, bond conditions. Oh yeah, he told something big. Oh, so this getting exciting. We'll get to that. Although the proffer agreement would explain that no concrete promises can be made regarding the outcome of the defendant's case, the government will agree not to use the information provided by the defendant during the proffer against them in court, except under very limited circumstances. The government gonna promise you we ain't gonna use nothing that you told us, that Cornelius told us, on you at trial. Therefore, if we ain't gonna use none of what Cornelius said your role was, you ain't got no case, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't this a bitch? Wow, y'all heard that? Basically, they saying whatever Cornelius said your role was, we have made a deal and cut you a hell of a deal, and now the truth can't be used against you. So if that's eliminated from trial, where's the evidence? He say, she say. You ain't able to turn on the video that Cornelius said, the camera's recorded, and seeing him go in the car, and we seen you go get his phone. That don't mean that you knew something. That means somebody told you left their phone. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, we ain't finished. I'm gonna slow it down. Y'all can read the rest of this. And that's that. Let's get to this conversation. True. All right, before we get into this Govan situation, I found out, well, at least, yeah, I found out, but I'm going to ask y'all this question. Why is all Dolph cars in Mississippi with this girl right here who she's worth $5 million at the Dodge, standing next to Dolph, her and her husband? Why is all this cars in their possession is what we're going to get to later on. So y'all look at the photos that's on the screen and then put two and two together. Right now, we're just going to stay focused. So we already found out the benefits more than the downfalls, the disadvantages of what a proffer agreement is that the alleged mastermind Hernandez Govan has already made. If you missed it, go listen to it again, because we finna put it in layman's terms right now in this segment. So basically, what I gathered from that, and y'all can agree or disagree, I respect an opinion in the comment section. What I gathered from this is that Govan told his role and tried to probably minimize it. But he also had to tell exactly what Cornelius Smith said he said. So he had to put it on Big Juke, like we always said. Watch they end up putting it on a dead man or dead man. So that's exactly what happened. Wow. So he put it on. Yeah, Cornelius was right. Yeah. Big Juke, second in command in CMG, came and they wanted to drop some bags. Well, let's just start with Big Juke, according to Govan's confirming what Cornelius already said. Now let's just say hypothetically, Big Juke is the only name that he spit out. Then that's the same thing. They put it on dead man. But that's not what happened. Because if you listen real closely to what Cornelius said, he said about 3 times that they put a hit out on Young Dolph and PRE artists. So I'm assuming since he said that, everybody knows they is more than one person. Is that it's some more co-conspirators that's out there. And that's when the feds do what they do, like this right here. Take their time, because they still investigate. Now, who could they be? It's the question. It's the $1 million question. Since everybody has already this part of it to be over with. Like I like to call it level 2. It's some more people out there. And remember what the U.S. Marshals with the I forgot her name. Is she still the chief of police? Yeah, her. CJ Davis. There will be some more people arrested. So there's a lot of people under investigation right now. And maybe that's why I got it moving funny. And people are distancing themselves from anything associated with Jay-Z or Diddy. And guess who's in the middle of all that? Big Head. That's why I showed y'all this picture. If the photos, every photo that I post, put on the screen while I'm talking means something. So you see Moneybagg Yo, you see Diddy, and you see Gotti. Right? You ain't gotta see Jay-Z. You already know how that go. You should third out people and start looking. It's a transfer of power. Once again, I like to keep saying that. And the whole board is shifting around. That means people being hand selected, groomed to replace some others that signed their little blood contract, and the devil gave them a time limit, and their time is up. So that's what I think going on with Govan. Now, will he go to trial? Because remember, I was the one, how you gonna go to trial? And Cornelius already talked. Where if you want to be, if they can't use your evidence, we just went over this. If they can't use your words against you, and it can't be presented at trial, then what is the damn case? If you told them what Cornelius pointed the finger and told them that you did, and they can't use it against you because they signed it, y'all signed it together, then what would be the case? If they can't use some shit I did against me, why would y'all want to go to trial? Just give me a sweet ass little whatever, like we just went through there. Reduce my charges, give me fucking a year probation. Come on, man, y'all, we see right through this. The moral to the story is, he told them who they are, the rest of the people. He had to tell them something about what didn't come up in trial. He had to fill in the blanks. He's the link between getting to Gotti. For all those people that say Gotti ain't know nothing, Gotti knew about straight drop, the post that, man, come on, bro, y'all going on to the back of the bus, and that's why we let Rosa sit up front. Yeah, you know, y'all going on with that. But that's my take on it. Y'all get in the comment section, let me know how y'all feel. And in the next video, we'll break it down even more. Will he go to trial? Will he walk out the courtroom on November 22nd? Because they say he only got to the end, but they ain't in their words, to accept a plea deal. They don't want to waste all that money to go to trial for a losing case. And for the people that's out here that can go back and look at the interviews and the cockiness that he did with another blogger, and he got his own YouTube, Bet With Quit, if y'all like sports gambling and all that online, and he's now preparing to do interviews with some big dogs in the blogging game, and saying that he will literally walk out the courtroom on his next court date, and y'all can't do shit about it. It don't matter if I told. Where I come from, it must be cool. I thought I had a code. I thought that would spook the streets and let people look upside my head. I know, I mean, yeah, I told, but I ain't. Y'all better stop telling the streets that I told before they catch on to me. Must have been doing that shit for a minute, huh? So, either, and the only time that happens is if you feed in the streets and motherfuckers look the other way. You at the top of the what they call it, top of the food chain, or the feds protecting. That's just me come using my fucking gut, you know, coming from that era. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. And we got our eyes wide open. Long little flipper, man. And y'all stay safe, stay true, and stay blessed. Cash App $TRURESULTS number 2. Let's get it. Welcome to level 2. True.